How to lose weight really fast. How to lose 10 kilos in a month.
This is a game changer. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Ejem and today I'm getting a little bit personal with you, explaining how I managed to lose 30 kilos. Quick little disclaimer, no, I'm not a professional and I will be talking about things like calorie counting, so if that's a sensitive subject for you, please don't watch the video. Your mental health is way more important. A little bit of backstory about myself. I have struggled with my weight my whole life. Now, growing up, I was always the bigger girl in the group and initially my weight didn't bother me. Like I said, as I was always bigger than people my age, I had just accepted that that was my normal and my friends and family had, so I thought there was nothing I could do. As time went on, I kept gaining more and more weight. And I slowly realised that I no longer enjoyed going out with my friends because I didn't want to have to get dressed up or get out of my PJs. I hated the way clothes looked on me. I was no longer taking pictures with my family because I didn't want to see myself in them. So around comes January 2018 and it's a new year. Everyone's making New Year resolutions, new year, new me, all that jazz. And I think to myself, why don't I step on the scale? Prior to this, I hadn't stepped on the scale in ages because I just wanted to avoid the whole weight conversation and the whole weight topic in general. So I stepped on the scale that day and I was 79 kilos. It kind of hit me then and I knew I wanted to make a change. I just remember feeling so guilty that up until that moment I had treated my body so badly. I knew that 6 months down the line, I didn't want to think back to that moment in time and say, I should have done something then. I get into bed that day and the first thing I do is I whip out my phone and I go on YouTube. And yes, initially I was searching things like
how to lose weight really fast. How to lose 10 kilos in a month.
But the more I watched other people's videos about weight loss and the more I heard about their rights and their wrongs, I realised this wasn't going to happen in 3 weeks, this wasn't going to happen in 3 months, and that was okay. I needed a lifestyle change to get me to where I wanted to go. So from that day on, every single day I would go on YouTube or Instagram and I would look up videos and other things about healthy meal ideas and healthy meal options because I needed to stay motivated. And that would be my first tip for you guys. Use stuff like YouTube and Instagram and other social media platforms to keep you motivated because motivation is key. Tip 2 is portion control, and boy was this hard. The whole reason why I had gained weight in the first place was because I just love eating tons and tons of food. Nothing, and I mean nothing, could make me happier than seeing my plate mounded with tons and tons of food. Now for me, the best way I could control my portions was calorie counting. And I know calorie counting is a controversial topic, but like I said, from personal experience, it really was just the best option for me. Now yes, it is important to be in a calorie deficit, but if calorie counting isn't for you, then even keeping a diary of what you're eating in a day really helps with your weight loss journey. I won't be sharing how many calories I stuck to in a day because that is different for everyone. It changes depending on your routine and your lifestyle. So I would just recommend going on an app or a website and working out your own personal estimate. Tracking my calories really helped me be mindful of how much food I was actually overeating and what I was really fueling my body with. That leads us into tip number 2, which is don't cut out food groups, just find alternatives. Now, when I started tracking my calories, I realized how far from balanced my diet was. I literally lived off of carbs. I wasn't gonna then go and cut carbs completely out of my life because I would have been miserable and it wasn't gonna be maintainable. So what I started doing was I started experimenting and substituting things with healthier options, which I still really enjoyed. White thick bread I started swapping out for these nimble breads that are like 50 calories a slice and still really yummy. That led me to the love of my life, which is corn thins. Oh my god, they are delicious and I love them. My whole family does. And in fact, I don't think we buy bread anymore because everyone just loves them so much. Fiber One bars are a good option. Whenever I would crave a muffin or a chocolate, I would start going for Fiber One bars instead. They are amazing. Pasta, out with white pasta, in with brown, same goes with rice. And for those times I would want something sweet, I would go for Halo Tops. Now, instead of going for my normal Ben & Jerry's, switching it out with Halo Tops made it feel like I was cheating when I really wasn't. Just experiment and find options that you can substitute that you still enjoy. Tip 4 is using a smaller plate. Now I know this doesn't sound like anything, but trust me, this is a small but mighty tip. Switching to a smaller plate automatically cuts down how much food you're eating, because come on, how much food can you really fit on a small plate? But the thing is, it still looks like a load of food. So with me, I was still happy because I saw loads of food on my plate, but I was also cutting down the calories I was eating, and in my books that is a win-win. Tip 5 is volume. Now greens and veg have so much more volume to the same amount of calories. So what I started doing was, instead of having a big bowl of pasta, I would have a big bowl of salad topped with pasta. So it still looked like I was having a load of food and I was still really full after my meal, but I was cutting down the calories without even realizing. Tip 6, water, water, water. Now yes, I know everyone says this, but I've tested it and it's true. Sometimes when I started to feel like I was hungry, or I would get the fidgets to go get a snack, what I would do is have some water, give myself 15 or 20 minutes, and usually that hunger feeling would go down because I was actually just thirsty. If I was still hungry after the 20 minutes, then of course I'm gonna go eat. But like I said, usually I was just thirsty. Tip 7, sharing. Oh my god, this is a game changer. Now, before I hated sharing. When someone would ask me for some of my food, I would get so angry because I just hated sharing my food. It was mine. All this time, sharing was a benefit for me. So those times when I would crave like a tiramisu or a cheesecake, what I would do is, yes, I would let myself indulge every now and then, but I would get one and I would share it with someone, and usually that was my mum. But yeah, sharing just helped me satisfy my sweet tooth whilst cutting down some of the calories that I would have been having previously. Tip 8 is sticking to a schedule. Now this helped me really fix up my eating pattern, because before it was a mess. I would plan the time of the day when I intended on eating, and every single day I would usually stick to this plan. Now this changes from person to person, it depends on your routine. It was different when I was in school and it's different now that I'm at home. I usually tend to have breakfast around 12, lunch around 4 and dinner around 7:30, and I have around 2 snacks a day. I stick to this schedule pretty much every day. Usually I do stop eating around 8 o'clock because I found that sticking to a schedule and stopping at 8 helps me digest my food much easier, especially my last meal, because dinner can be heavier sometimes. And with a green tea before bed, I would wake up in the morning feeling so much less bloated and so much more positive. Tip 9 is don't eat while standing up. Now I'm pretty sure everyone does this. Whilst we're in the kitchen getting something ready, we tend to throw things in our mouth without realizing. This can actually add to quite a lot of calories throughout the day. Even just cutting out this habit of eating whilst you're standing reduces the calories you're eating a day without you even realizing. Now it was midway through March and I had already lost 6.5 kilos. I was really happy, but I did feel like I wanted to see some more progress, so I realized I got to start exercising. You see, I was a very lazy person. I hated exercising. I lived 10 minutes from my school and I would still make my parents
drop me off and pick me up,
every single day because I wasn't bothered to walk 10 minutes. Now, I wasn't then gonna go and get a gym membership because was I really gonna go? No. But what I realized was the idea of working out at home didn't really bother me because I could just do my workout, quickly have a shower and then get straight back into bed. So that's what I done. I started working out at home. Now obviously I began at a very easy level and I slowly increased the intensity. I personally love doing home HIIT workouts, but you really just have to find something you enjoy doing yourself. What I'm trying to say here is you don't need a gym membership, especially when the current situation is the way it is right now. It's just finding something you enjoy doing that you can add into your routine. That doesn't make exercising feel like a hassle. And that's it really, that's all I done. I didn't try and kill myself at the gym trying to burn off calories or stick to a really hard diet that was going to make me feel miserable. I just tried to change habits that I already had in my routine that was going to lead to a lifestyle change that was going to lead to my weight loss. Now, January 2019, I weighed in at 49 kilos, so I had lost around 30, and honestly, it was the best thing I could have done for myself, both physically and mentally. The outcome is so worth it, so please just stick to it, guys. Stay motivated, and I'm pretty sure if I could do it, then anyone can. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I love you. And if you have any weight loss tips or tricks from your own experience, drop a comment down below. I would love to read it, and I'm sure others will as well. Hit the like and subscribe button. Let's push the video out to many more people who are in the same position I was in back in January 2018. I will be back with a what I eat in a week next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.